this week will be all about using up some things in the cupboards, in the fridge, just to make sure nothing is going to waste and to make some space in there. I made a bit of a plan yesterday for some food prep that I'm going to do today, just to be prepared for the week ahead. And also, like I said, make sure I actually use some of the things that need to get eaten. Let's get into it. Alright, let's go over the things I made. The loaf of bread is probably gonna last around 3 weeks in the freezer. Not because it wouldn't last longer, but because that's the time that I usually take to eat it. Because I also have some chia butter in the freezer that I baked yesterday for the Instagram video. I love baking, and I love baking bread especially recently, but I just don't want to do it every week. That is quite time consuming, so baking it maybe every 2 or 3 weeks is what's perfect for me. I also made the lentil soup. That's 4 servings, 2 of which I put in the freezer and 2 of them are gonna go in the fridge. I also have the almond butter, which is gonna last for a while. The apple bread, honestly, I tried that and that is not gonna last the week. And then obviously the salads and the oats I'm gonna eat tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. I was gonna go for a run. I don't know if I feel like doing that with this weather. It's just very uzzelig, you know?
I'm feeling good, guys. I'm feeling good going into this next week. By the time the race finished, literally the next day, we were 4 weeks.
Homemade bread, homemade almond butter. Insane. I should really be taking notes right now on the lectures that I had today. Instead, I'm watching running vlogs. Good morning. I am just having my blended oats, which I definitely added too much of the spice blend, but I was very fixated on finishing it up on Sunday, so I ended up just dumping in whatever was left in the package. So now you can only taste the spices. Anyways, today is gonna be a pretty boring day. I'm gonna work on some things for uni, and then I'm going to work this afternoon, and then to my friend's house after work. Hopefully I'll be able to finish a lot of the note-taking and studying this morning, because ideally I want to be done with my uni work by Thursday. I have a very busy Friday and weekend coming up, so I just want to make sure I don't need to squeeze in any studying then. But that's generally what I've been doing for the past few semesters, being very productive at the beginning of the week, so I have more free time on the weekend. I need to stop rambling and just get started. I don't even know what to say. The weather has been very gloomy and cold and just rainy, and I feel like this is the first week where that winter weather has really come in, and it's making me very... I wouldn't say it's making me sad, but it's just also not making me happy, obviously. There's what feels like 5 hours of daylight, but there's not even 5 hours of daylight because it's gloomy all the time. Seasonal sadness is slowly creeping in, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm gonna return these books at the library and then get some new ones. This one I read like 10 pages of and I didn't really enjoy it, so I'm not gonna keep reading that. But this one was pretty good. I like this one. I'm gonna head to the library and then make dinner.
the living room, and the entrance for this room was actually behind where the other.
I am filming a breakfasts video at the moment, kind of all about some very warming winter breakfasts. Hence why I haven't been filming a lot of my breakfasts this week. I just made some chai, which is a chocolatey chai. This is obviously not a full breakfast, but something to have with breakfast. And I just filmed the recipe for this. I've just poured myself some into this cup that I can take with me, so it's gonna stay warm on my walk that I'm gonna do now, because I just know getting outside is gonna make me feel a lot better. After my much needed mental health walk, I started making lunch, and I felt like making a kind of warm salad and also wanted to use up some quinoa I had in the cupboard. So I started by getting 2 blocks of tempeh. My mum had bought these for me, and this brand is so delicious. It doesn't even need any special seasoning in my opinion, just some salt and frying in a pan until the tempeh is nice and crispy. Once that was the case, I removed the tempeh from the pan and stored it on a plate, and then added some thinly sliced cabbage to the same pan with more salt and a splash of water, cooking this down for around 10 minutes until lightly golden and soft. I'm just going to link the recipe in the caption for this because it's going a bit too fast for me to narrate. But while the cabbage was cooking away, I made the dressing, which is a pretty simple miso, sesame and lime dressing with a bit of garlic and ginger in it as well. I mixed it up, and then it was time to put the components together. I had cooked up all of the leftover quinoa I had with some vegetable broth, added this to a bowl along with the softened cabbage as well as all of that dressing we've just made, and began mixing this all together. I then also added in some scallions and parsley, both of which add some freshness to the salad. I'd say this makes 2 large or 3 smaller servings. This was delicious and filling and all of the good things that you want from lunch. In the evening, I was looking to make a very easy and low-effort dinner because I was just quite tired, to be honest, and wanted to go to bed. So I ended up making a cheesy toasty with roasted peppers, chili jam, and pickled red onions. And as that was cooking, I also had the last bit of bean chili that I had made a few weeks ago. I had the longest day at uni of my life today. 7 hours of one lecture. We took 2 small breaks, but they were honestly too short, and also my eyes hurt from staring at a screen all day. When I got home, I felt so sluggish. I just had to take a shower immediately. I don't want to do that ever again. I have about an hour at home now before I'm gonna head to my friend Xenia's house. She is having kind of like a Christmas get together with some of her friends, and even though I don't know most of her friends very well. I feel like she has this ability to bring people together and just make everyone feel very comfortable, which is one of the things that I really like about her. So I am very excited for tonight. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna film, to be honest, because I just want to be in the moment and have some fun, but I will see you tomorrow for breakfast. Good morning. In the morning. I am in such a good mood today. Yesterday was so fun and I got home feeling infinitely better than I had been feeling the past few days. I think I went to bed at 1 and woke up at 9, so I still got a pretty good amount of sleep. Today is gonna be a pretty busy day. I'm headed to my parents' house later because my brother is having a kind of goodbye party. He is gonna be working as a skiing instructor in Canada for the next 6 months. So that's tomorrow, his goodbye party. And I'm headed over there today to kind of help my mum with the preparations and stuff. Before I leave though, I still need to finish a few things. I also want to make a dense bean salad today because that's been on my mind all week, and I feel like that would also be a good opportunity to use up some of the things that I have in the fridge. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. I'm gonna get started, put on some good music. So to make this dense bean salad, I started with some chickpeas, the leftovers of what I had cooked up earlier in the week, 2 jars of white beans, and then I got to finishing up what I had in the fridge. I added a bunch of sun-dried tomatoes, including their oil, just chopping them into bite-sized pieces. I then also added the remaining roasted red peppers and half of a jar of capers. All of these jars add so much flavor to the salad. I then had some fresh parsley and chives on hand as well, so chopped those finely and added them into the bowl. After mixing this up one more time, I then served it on a bed of cooked rice, and it was actually the perfect lunch to get me through this busy afternoon. It is currently 6:15 and I just thought I'd film a quick outro. I'm about to head downstairs again to have some dinner with everyone, but I hope you enjoyed the video and got some inspiration from this. This week was honestly a bit all over the place, but sometimes weeks like that just happen. I will see you very soon. Until then, have a great week ahead.